Guys, welcome back to the channel, and today in this video we are doing Money in the Bank predictions for the show. Now, something I gotta note before we start is that I did not do an Extreme Rules review after the WWE PPV Extreme Rules, because I didn't think it was really necessary. I didn't have a lot of time either, so I just said screw it, not gonna do that. But I hope I'll get out a Money in the Bank review, but it might be late. It might be late when I upload it. I don't know. I'm going to Kansas City Monday, so I'll just have to see about when I can upload a review, record and upload a review. But we're starting off with the kickoff show for Money in the Bank, the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. I think Raw should really have one. I don't know why it's just a SmackDown pay-per-view, but I think Raw would need this show more than SmackDown because Raw is a lot more boring than SmackDown. The Money in the Bank briefcase, it adds a lot of excitement to the WWE. It adds that unpredictability element that it kind of needs right now. And having it on SmackDown, of course that does make SmackDown a whole hell of a lot better than Raw, but it's just one more thing Raw doesn't have and one more reason why not to watch Raw. So I guess that's just a questionable decision on WWE's part. But we have the kickoff match, the Hype Bros versus the Colognes. I like the Colognes as a tag team. I think that they're done with since they got away from the Shining Stars, that I've liked their gimmick a lot. I like how they're serious and they are a good tag team together. They're already physically really talented in the ring, and I think this gimmick can go really well for the Colognes if they get pushed to like a tag team title spot. And the Hype Bros, Zack Ryder's coming back from injury. I love the team of the Hype Bros. Some people don't like Mojo Rawley at all. I like Mojo Rawley, and I definitely am a Zack Ryder fan. So I'm just going to have to take the Hype Bros defeating the Colognes in the kickoff match so the Hype Bros can maybe get some steam and maybe go for a tag team title shot in the near future. So the next match on the card is the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, as the Usos are defending their tag championships against the New Day. Now, the New Day, they finally returned. They're debuting on SmackDown, and I don't get how they got a tag team title shot. Now, granted, I didn't watch SmackDown. I don't watch SmackDown or Raw that often. I don't find time to do that. But I just don't see how they already should deserve a shot, and I definitely don't see the New Day winning immediately. I think the New Day is going to be chasing for that title for quite a while. So that means the Usos are going to cement their legacy as champions, and I really like this Usos gimmick. Hopefully they don't go back to that face gimmick that they had for so many years. It was so stale. Now that the Usos are heels, they're more interesting, and they're better as a tag team. So the Usos are going to defeat Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E of the New Day to retain their tag team championships. Next match on the card, we have SmackDown Women's Championship action as the champion Naomi defends her title against Lana. This is, I don't know, WWE, I get it. Lana is a character that we really like, but I don't know if giving her a title shot this early in her competitive career is going to really do any good. I fully expect Naomi to win because it's Lana's first match. But I don't know. I feel like Lana's too green to have that title to begin with. I don't know why she didn't go through NXT. Well, I kind of get it because of the whole Rusev stuff, but we haven't seen Lana with Rusev yet since Lana's wrestler kind of gimmick. So, I don't know. Lana's finisher, I did see that. That was really cool. I like that move. But Naomi's going to win, and Naomi's going to continue her reign as champion. Now we got the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I really like the decision to have a women's Money in the Bank ladder match. It just it shows equality between the women wrestlers and the men wrestlers, giving the women a Money in the Bank title shot. This could maybe even in January. What if we had a women's Royal Rumble? I think that's the next step for the women's division. But right now, the first women's division Money in the Bank match, we got Tamina, Natalya, Charlotte, Carmella, and Becky Lynch. Now this is a tough one to figure out because I don't know. Tamina's not gonna win. To me, that's pretty obvious. Tamina's not gonna win. Now the rest of these four women, Charlotte, Natalya, Carmella, and Becky Lynch. Now that's a tough decision. I hear people saying Carmella. I don't know. I don't think Charlotte's gonna win. That's first off, because it would just ruin her gimmick. She wants her title shot now, and her having the briefcase and waiting to cash it in, it just doesn't seem right. Natalya, I don't think you need to give Natalya the briefcase at this point in her career. She's a veteran, so basically at this point, she would put over the younger talent in like Charlotte and Carmella and Becky Lynch. So I don't see Natalya winning. No, so you got Carmella and Becky Lynch, possible winners. I'm just gonna say Carmella because this could just boost her career. Carmella with the briefcase, she can decorate it. I know it's not the most popular decision. Personally, I'd like Becky Lynch to win, but I just think that Carmella's gonna win, boost up her career as a legitimate women's superstar. Becky Lynch, she's fine without the title. She's had the women's title before, and she is an established star. So I guess you just give the briefcase to Carmella. That's how I would go with that match. Now we got WWE Championship action. WWE Champion Jinder Mahal, the modern Maharaja, versus Randy Orton. I'm extremely excited for this match. After the match that they had last pay-per-view at, was it Backlash? I think it was Backlash. Last pay-per-view at Backlash, it was really surprising how Jinder Mahal won the WWE title. And so now they're having a rematch. So when you think about it, you'd think maybe the number one contender next could be someone like Rusev, or maybe AJ Styles, or Shinsuke Nakamura. No, I wouldn't do that. Baron Corbin. Basically everyone in the Money in the Bank ladder match is a number one contender for the WWE title, excluding Dolph Ziggler. But I think they'd all be good opponents against the WWE Champion at SummerSlam. Maybe Cena. We don't know about Cena. Cena with his free agent stuff. That intrigues me. I'll probably talk about that end of the video. But anyways, for this WWE Championship match, Jinder, Randy can go either way. I'll just tell you the scenario that I'd really like to see. And it's that Jinder Mahal retains the WWE Championship against Randy Orton. And at SummerSlam, Jinder Mahal versus a returning Rusev. Former tag team partners on Raw. That would be splendid to see. I think I'd really enjoy that. They have some history back on Raw when they were a tag team. It makes sense. So, Jinder's my pick to win. But now, for the WWE Championship Money in the Bank ladder match. 6 great competitors. Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, the United States Champion Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Baron Corbin. To me, anybody can win this. Even Ziggler. Even Ziggler can win this. So let's just go and eliminate who I think's not going to win. Number 1, Shinsuke Nakamura. He held up the briefcase on SmackDown, standing tall. So that means that he's probably going to lose the match Sunday at Money in the Bank. And Shinsuke's going to lose, in my opinion. So And plus, I think it's too early for Shinsuke to have a WWE title run. Remember what happened when WWE pushed for a superstar to win the title too early? I'm talking about Roman Reigns. And nobody likes Roman Reigns anymore. Roman Reigns was cool until WWE shoved him down our throats. If they do the same thing with Shinsuke, people are going to be really mad because people are going to get really annoyed with Shinsuke. It's hard to believe now, but Roman was a badass back then. And look at him now. People don't like him now. Shinsuke could have the same effect if he's already pushed to this WWE title opportunity. Ziggler's not going to win because I don't know. If Ziggler wins, it could rejuvenate his career, but I really do not expect Ziggler to win. He's a veteran at this point. He's old, I think. Let me just hurry up and look up his age. But yeah, Ziggler is a veteran in the ring. He's a veteran. He'd be putting people over. He's 36 years old. That's really old for a WWE superstar. And his career may be coming to an end soon. Because there's been some reports in the past that Ziggler's not happy with the WWE. He has his old comedy stuff going. Ziggler may be on his way out sooner rather than later. I don't know. I might just be throwing words at the wall right now. But Ziggler just does not seem like he'll win. Kevin Owens. He is the United States champion. I don't see him holding the briefcase and the US belt, but that would be pretty intriguing to see. I'd actually be interested in seeing that, but I just don't think he needs it. He's already had a Universal Championship run. He's an established star. He really does not need the briefcase. Now, AJ Styles. Styles, one of the best runs with the WWE Championship in the modern era. He's probably up there with CM Punk and his 434-day reign. AJ Styles was great as champion. We all remember it so well. His fantastic matches with Cena. His fantastic matches with Roman. It was just all good from AJ Styles as a champion. Was AJ versus Roman for the title? I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But AJ, he's an established star. I don't think he needs that briefcase. He can be better off without the briefcase because, let's face it, he's probably going to win another one soon. So, I don't think he's going to win the briefcase. So that leads us to the last two men that could win. Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. Former rivals, pretty much still rivals, considering that Sami is face and Baron Corbin is heel. So, the person I think out of these two that'll win the match, it's probably Baron Corbin. But I'll talk about Sami Zayn first. Zayn, it would be a boost to his career winning that briefcase. It'd be a go-home, good, just everyone would be happy going home if Sami Zayn were to win the briefcase. The only problem is that faces with briefcases, it's a little sketchy because when Zayn had the briefcase, when Cena had the briefcase, he announced when he was cashing in. Now, an exception to this was Ambrose, but Ambrose is a lunatic fringe. You'd expect him to do something like that, cashing in on the same night after winning the briefcase. But, seriously, a WWE Championship to Sami Zayn would seriously boost his career. He's been on the main roster for a year or two, and he hasn't won a title. Not one single title. Well, that's excluding the NXT belt, but on the main roster, he has not won a title. That is a problem. Sami Zayn he's very passionate in his work. He puts it all in the ring every single night, and you can see his passion during his matches. Sami Zayn is a fantastic worker, and if he won that briefcase, it's well deserved. But the more logical of the two is Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin has proved since the brand split that he is a great main eventer. He is a fantastic heel. People hate him. I personally like his work, People hate him, and that's true heel heat. That's what you need in a heel champion like Baron Corbin. Corbin, he has he had the Intercontinental Championship at one point, but it's time to make that next step to hit that WWE Championship status, and Corbin can just continue his dominance after winning the WWE Championship. So that's it for the Money in the Bank predictions, but I also got to talk about one thing, and it's a very important matter. It's John Cena and his free agent status. So it is official. WWE has confirmed John Cena is a free agent, and he's going to return at the July 4th edition of SmackDown Live. But he can also appear at Raw at any time. So I have two questions about this John Cena thing. Number one, is Cena like freely floating around Raw and SmackDown every week? Or is he going to eventually get signed with one brand? And the second question I have about Cena is that who is his SummerSlam opponent going to be? Now, the first question, a free agent, in definition, in the NFL and the NBA at least, is they visit teams, they see which one is the best team to sign with, and they sign with them. So, I imagine that Cena, he could choose Raw or SmackDown and sign with them. Now, with that, it wouldn't make sense that Cena's a free agent unless he's leaving SmackDown Live. It would make sense that Cena's leaving SmackDown Live. But I feel like WWE is making it as if Cena can appear on both shows anytime, any show. Like, that's not what a free agent is, but I feel like that's what WWE's trying to express here. So we'll have to see in due time on the July 4th edition of SmackDown. I'll be sure to tune in. I think it'd be exciting. Or I'll at least keep up with it on Twitter or on the WWE.com website or whatever. We'll just have to see how things go. But this has been a pretty long video. If you guys enjoyed this predictions video and this WWE talk, just hit up those like buttons. We'll shoot for like 5 likes. I don't know if that's too low or too high, but 5 likes. I'm sure we can get that. But yeah, guys, I'm sure to release a Money in the Bank review soon after the pay-per-view. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.